Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel for yet another hacker repair. Fault on this one was apparently bad alignment on FM, so I'm going to do a couple checks on it initially. So at the moment I've just got it hooked up with a bit of wire, save pulling this. I don't like extending the aerials on the bench if I can help it. It takes a set to fall over and you've got a broken aerial. And in the back, I've taken the amplifier shelf out just to help me when it comes to aligning it, gets everything out of the way of this board in here. I'm probably going to have to pop it out the chassis, so I've just clipped onto the battery clip with the power supply at the moment. So yeah, that's where we are. Let's just extend this area up and we'll get some power on it and see what we got. Let's reach up there, stick another one on. So let's go with the power. Start on medium wave. I bet there's something in the power supply that needs to be on there. Typical. Bear with me. Okay, well I've plugged the power supply back in at the back. It's a bit of a pain. You must have, yeah, I can hotwire that in a minute, but it looks like the wires from the battery tab are fed into that and then fed back out into the set. So never mind. Here we go then.
Very quickly, and it's Sandra in Tiverton. Sandra, good morning to you.
Medium wave.
Good morning. Sandra, can I just say, if you get through for the first round, we can only play one question. Are you available on Monday morning? Can we chat with you again?
Alignment's fine on that, because I know that station.
Right. Sandra, what's happening with you?
The heroic rescue of...
Long wave.
Well, a doll, I suppose.
Really?
Yes. Stuart and Bertie were down there, and poor wee Bertie had been given a dreadful doll as a birthday present.
And that one's alright as well.
He threw it into the river in an act of pure rejection. And Cyril, unfortunately, he rescued it.
The poor little boy.
Yes, Cyril meant well, but there we are.
So that's showing radio 4 in the correct place.
The rubbish bin, Stuart Bertie.
SSBC there.
The poor wee fellow was cheered up by that, no doubt.
So that's fine. Long wave, medium wave, thumbs up. Let's try FM then.
No jammies, that's the temper dinner. Julio served that stabby. You got it if you want it, got it if you want it.
Now there's one known station on FM that's bang on, and that's Classic FM on 100.
Brilliant. Number one Wieniawski. Lay yourself if it's the violinist, Neville Mariner with you.
I've got the AFC button out because I don't want it to this to try and correct it. So obviously with that in, it'll pull the station in a bit better. But the idea is to get the alignment right to start with.
John Suchet on Classic FM with Viking Cruises, exploring the world in comfort.
So you can see Classic FM is here on 98 megahertz. It should be over here on 100. So we're 2 megahertz out. That's going to mean that radio 2, which is down on 88, is going to be off the scale. So let's just check that.
Measure the lounge. Look now at the ada.com/Gatwick.
Yeah, sure enough, no radio 2, so we basically need to pull the scale this way 2 megahertz. So let me see if I can find some service info on it and get an estimate out to the owner. Apart from that, the set looks really smart. It's really in really good condition. All the writing is perfect on it. Even the red hacker logo is bang on. Really nice radio. Okay, let's get a bit of light on the subject. I'm going to take this one out of the case. Believe it or not, my signal generator, the dial cord is broken on it. Literally just broken. That's the old Marconi up the top there. So yeah, that old girl up there. So unfortunately I'm going to have to, bit of shaky cam there, I'm going to have to pull that one apart and replace a dial cord, which is something I wasn't banking on. But anyway, I've got my Marconi down here that covers the FM bands, so I can sort it with that one. Managed to find the service manual, so that was already on my computer, just hadn't printed it out. I got the tablet, I suppose, but it's nice sometimes to just have the manual in a paper form so you can flip through it. So get this one out of the case. I've disconnected the power supply again. Let's get rid of the amp. Unplug the speaker wires, blue one at the top. It does share a lot of bloody hell. That makes it change. The other one was loose as hell, the RP75 I did. So again, it's just 2 screws underneath. It's sharp actually, that one. I might have to just fold the top of that one off. Cup washers as well. But often these are a little bit tight to get the cup washers out, but if you can get them out, otherwise you'll find it'll drop on the floor and you'll lose it. That's those. The aerials on a rubber grommet. That should come out with a chassis. There we are. One chassis. It's horrible. I mean, it looks like solid brass, given the due, but it's plastic. Whether it gives any shielding or whether it's just for show, I don't know. It might be copper coated. But basically this is the FM. It looks like IFT1 has been twiddled as well, which is not good news. Let's put that back on there because it does give a bit of an earthing. Yeah, it looks like plastic. Yeah, it's plastic. Oh well. I was thinking it's a lovely shiny copper, solid copper piece. It's not. So let's have a look what we've got to do to get this one back on frequency. It looks very similar to the Super Sovereign board, actually just laid out a little bit differently. Hopefully nothing's been touched there, no. Different tuning arrangement on this one. I believe that's the FM IF board there. Pretty sure it is. And I suppose this is the medium wave over here. IF. Yeah, it's got ceramic filters in it, but I can't see any ICs, which I suppose the filters do away with that, some of the IF. Anyway, I think this is going to be the board in question, the T313B. So I'm going to hook this back up again and connect it up and have a look at the adjustment points. Okay, that's done. Very straightforward. and not a lot of cost to the owner, which is really good. So the only one that was really out of adjustment was TC3. I've moved that across a fraction. So let's have a look. Well, let's turn my signal generator. Oh, it is off.
The week. It's Jules lying.
We now have
There's a little tear in your eye. I can see. I can
No,
see
that's
that.
just a fleck of.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's what I say as well. I mean, that's what. Sorry, I
So we've got Radio 2 now. On
Jules sadly won't be here next week.
just over 88, which is right.
She's coming back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Nice
so.
strong signal.
I see it. Can you
Okay.
see our producer
Lovely.
saying thank you, thank you?
Really?
Charming.
So we should have on 100, where I've got this orange marker, we should have classic FM now. Bang on! Woohoo, nice easy fix. Anyway, I'll get this back together and give the owner the good news. So I think that's pretty much it. I don't think it's worth messing with the output audio output, the audio amp capacitors, because obviously it's working well. I will just check the midpoint current. Sorry, the midpoint voltage. That's the only thing. So bear with me. I'll get set up for that. Okay, so there's two measurements you do on this: midpoint voltage and quiescent current. Now, this is exactly the same amplifier as the Super Sovereign I've just done. So you basically got a short pins D and E. So basically you're sticking the input to ground so as it's totally quiet, which is the quiescent thing. So what I tend to do is just ease this off a little bit. So it's saying between D and E. Okay. So basically you've got to short those two out. No, that's not going to work with this, is it? Pins aren't long enough. Well, I've got to desolder a link here. So what I'll do is I'll just tack a piece of wire across there. I don't think my croc clip will quite fill the gap. We might do. No, not really. I'm going to risk touching the other terminals. So yeah, I'll just tack a bit of wire across there. The other thing that's got to be done is in here. You'll see there's a link. Let's see if I can get you in a little bit closer. Here we go. So you see in here there's a link. You need to desolder that, and I tend to just pop a capacitor leg back in each point underneath here. I don't know whether this has been done or not, so I'm going to check it anyway, just to make sure we're not drawing too much current, which could damage the outputs. Just one final test to make sure everything's working. I've got it plugged into the mains now, all back together. Let's extend the set serial. FM Set on 100 megs. Classic FM.
A lot of people who in my life who you would think have heard it have
Ever. And with 0% like tea drinkers on this planet.
So across to Radio 2, hopefully up here somewhere. There he is. Brill. Let's make sure we've not lost long wave. Although the sound is going to be unbearable. So the only long wave station is...
Prosperity compared with the stormy weather we had yesterday as Storm Doris did its worst across the country.
Medium wave.
Raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So
Let's get back.
And well, they're not ruling out closing.
I said I did.
Why was it
as HBH1?
Why everyone wants to beat England?
Hello. Information will only be of interest.
So with Kay this afternoon and is appearing in.
You're obviously someone with a great track record and excellent liquidity who could be drawn in.
I'm happy with that. Good to go. On its way back to its owner. Turned around in super quick time. So if you enjoyed that, give me a thumbs up. Please like, subscribe, and check out my website and my Patreon page. Bye for now.